Epilepsy affects everybody. There is no race differences, gender, affects everybody the same way. 1 of every 26 will be diagnosed with epilepsy. Hi, I'm Carlos Quesada. I'm CEO of the Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California. I have a lot of experience in a very wide variety of parts of the business, from marketing, graphic design, to accounting, to estimating, sales. I saw an opportunity to bring all this knowledge into the foundation, to take the foundation to the next level. At the foundation, we offer case management, support groups, therapy programs, camps, summer camps for children and families, seizure first aid training, events, awareness events, and fundraising events. Statistically, there is 180,000 people living with epilepsy in Northern California, but the real number is a lot more. If 1 of every 26 got diagnosed, you do the math. So we are a small foundation, and we have a lot of people to support. There's things like transportation. You lose your license when you are diagnosed with epilepsy, which in consequence sometimes means you lose your job, which in consequence also means you lose your health care. So that's just one simple aspect. When you are in a school and you have a seizure, do your classmates understand what's happening to you? There's a lot of bullying, a lot of isolation from those kids in school. So education in schools is another huge part. The work to be done is limitless. We will always have something that we can focus on. And we are a very small foundation. So we need to grow, we need to get more resources. One of the goals of the foundation is for all schools in Northern California to be trained on seizure first aid training. Teachers, school nurses, it's very important that they understand how to manage a kid living with seizures. If there is one thing I will ask you and all of us is to be open to learn about epilepsy. If we talk about epilepsy, we will kill the stigma behind it. If we start talking about epilepsy, we will discover how common this is. And when we discover that, we will get the community support to grow the foundation so we can help all those affected by seizures. If we talk about it, if we open our minds, we'll be able to get the foundation to the size that is required to support the more than 180,000 people living with epilepsy. Hey Tony, are you there?
Oh, there we go, Carlos. You know, this Zoom thing, I'm still trying to figure it out, being, such an old guy.
I know. Are we doing this thing on Zoom?
What, the 2020 Gala?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, there's a pandemic. We can't do it in person.
No, I think it will be much better if we do it live. What do you think?
Okay. I'm
do it live?
Yeah, let's do it live.
All right. Let's do it live.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Carlos Quesada, CEO with the Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California.
And I'm Tony Zucker, and I'm the board chair of the Epilepsy Foundation. We really appreciate you joining us tonight and welcome you to our 2020 Gala.
That's right, my friends. Good evening, Tony, Carlos. So great to see you guys. Good evening and welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you could make it to the 2020 Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California Gala and Auction. My name is Keith McLean. So glad to be with you here this evening. We're all looking forward to being together in the room. That would have been such a good time, but you know, this is how it's going to be. The world worked out this way. So glad you all decided to join us virtually this evening. You know, as Tony and Carlos mentioned, we have a fantastic program for you here tonight. You're going to learn about the great work that Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California is conducting every single day. We're going to see a moving video highlighting the life-changing experiences that young people with epilepsy are having right here at Camp Coelho. And then in a little bit, we're going to conduct a very meaningful appeal and encourage everyone here to be as generous as you can so that Epilepsy Foundation can continue to serve 44 counties right here in Northern California. And then we're going to dive into our much anticipated live auction, where we're having 8 spectacular live auction packages, including a week at an oceanfront condo in Maui, 4 days, 3 nights in Incline Village, scrumptious paella dinner with Tony and Carlos, can't wait to introduce that one, an insider's trip to Spain, a spectacular and rare magnum of wine, 5 days and 4 nights at a flat in San Francisco, a 3-night stay in Squaw Creek. So many fun things going on here in our live auction. And my friends, bidding and donating tonight could not be easier. Tonight, we're going to be enjoying what we're calling a 2-screen experience. So at this point, I want everyone to grab a second device, be that your phone. This could be a phone, a tablet, or even open another browser window on your computer if that's easier for you. But for most of you, grabbing your smartphone is going to be easiest. So go ahead, do that right now. Grab your smartphone, pull it out. I want everyone to have that in their hand right now. Don't wait, do it right now. And if you haven't registered, you'll want to go to the address right here, which is epnocal.ggo.bid. Once again, you can see it right at the bottom of the screen there. That is epnocal.ggo.bid, and find the start or start bidding button in the top right corner. Really simple. All you need to do then is just click that button and it'll take you through the steps to create your own bidder account. My friends, it's that simple. So at this time, sit back. If you don't already have a cocktail, grab one, get yourself logged in, and we'll check back with you in just a little bit. Tony and Carlos, back to you.
What a year 2020 has been. Who was going to tell us a year ago all the challenges that we have faced as a society? I'm very proud of the work we have done transitioning to a virtual format as quickly as possible. We have maintained almost all our programs and actually increased our reach to more remote areas of our community by going virtual. We were ready for our first family camp, but we could not make it happen next year. Our team stepped up and got to work immediately, improvising and learning while doing, as many of you have experienced this year. One of the new awareness programs we initiated in 2020 was our Epilepsy Spotlight YouTube channel. I want to give a special thanks to all the participants, helping us raise awareness, sharing their stories full of courage, facing the challenges associated with living with seizures. Check out our YouTube channel and see their stories. So the work continues, and our passion to help our community is only getting stronger. We continue our collaboration with the National Foundation on the research efforts as well as advocacy. I would like to thank Assembly Member Mark Levine for his efforts trying to pass the Seizure Safe School Act, which will provide teachers, school employees, students, and parents with important information and common tools necessary to help a student suffering from an epileptic seizure. We were close in 2020, but COVID got on the way. 2021 might be the year.
Hi, I'm Assemblymember Mark Levine. I want to say thank you to the Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California. Thank you for everything you do for families like mine where people we love deal with epilepsy every day. Thank you for giving us hope and understanding of how we move forward during this pandemic. This is a very difficult time for so many people, and to the Epilepsy Foundation, for all the healthcare workers that are helping families like mine, I extend my gratitude. The Epilepsy Foundation has also been an enormous partner for me in advocating on behalf of those with epilepsy in the state legislature. Thank you so much for all of your support.
I'm proud of the work we have accomplished. I want to thank our team, Miriam, Sandy in Bay Area, and Julie and Hannah at our small operation in Redding, as well as at the amazing volunteers supporting all our programs. Thank you for all your hard work and your dedication. You are all touching many lives and making the epileptic journey a little easier. Thank you so much. Let's talk about awareness for a second. 1 in 26. Most of us in the epilepsy community know what those numbers mean. Picture a busy street pre-COVID. How long will it take you to count 26 people? Not long, right? I do that exercise often to remind me about the reality of epilepsy. Most of you know the answer. But for those who don't, the amazing reality is that 1 in every 26 people will be diagnosed with epilepsy. The first time I heard it, I thought there's just no way. But it was true. If it was really true, I would have come across so many people living with epilepsy, right? Well, I did. I just didn't know. This simple reason is why I'm so passionate about awareness. Why are we not talking more about epilepsy? It's quite common. I have been using words like courage, dedication, hard work, creativity, epilepsy journey. Those are the perfect words to introduce you a familiar face to the foundation, Miles Levine.
I'm Miles Levine. I have epilepsy, and I wrote and directed a film called Under the Lights.
Hi, Miles.
Hey,
Thank you
Carlos.
for being here.
It's good to see you.
One of the things that we focus in the foundation is raising awareness. In my mind, one image is worth 1,000 words. A movie is worth 1,000,000. So when you came to us a couple of years ago about your idea of making a movie about epilepsy, we jumped on it. So we're so glad that's happened. Tell us a little bit more about the movie.
So Under the Lights is a short film about a boy named Sam who has epilepsy, and he's so desperate to feel like a regular kid, he goes to prom knowing that the lights will make him have a seizure. And I think what we're most trying to express is that the Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California, in looking for a new awareness tool, is really on the cutting edge of fighting epilepsy stigma. We're doing something new, and we're doing something special, and we're doing it well.
So here the movie is doing really well.
Really well.
I hear you have a couple of awards already.
Yeah, so the short film won an award at the Oscar qualifying Rhode Island International Film Festival. Then that same week we won an audience award, which means the most highly rated film at the Woods Hole Film Festival, and we're about to play the very prestigious Savannah Film Festival in Georgia in October.
Congratulations. So what do you think, what's going to be the effect of what's the effects already happening in this movie in our community and everybody who's watching it?
Well, yeah, we're already seeing the effects. We have kids who don't have epilepsy sending us fan art every single day, direct messaging me asking, how do I learn more about epilepsy? Epilepsy Foundation, Northern California. How do I learn how to look out for my classmates with epilepsy? Epilepsy Foundation, Northern California. We're driving traffic from all over the place by youth who genuinely want to learn about epilepsy awareness because we're delivering it to them in a means that excites them.
Right.
And that's what's going to fight stigma. That's what's going to end stigma, when we bring the general public into the fold in a way where they not only want to listen, but they're excited to do it.
That's really powerful. And we are so happy for the collaboration we have had in the last 2-3 years. It's been fantastic to see the progress that the movie is making and the difference that it's going to make in our community and everybody's lives to fight stigma, raise awareness, and take the foundation where it needs to be.
None of this could have happened without you, Carlos. You're
Thank you,
there.
Miles.
You're behind me every step of the
Thank
way.
you, Miles. So Miles, how did you get connected with the foundation? What was your first interaction with us?
I think I was about 16. I've had epilepsy my whole life. I was about 4 years old, but I started working at camp when I was about 16, and every single year I'd have people my age telling me they'd never made a friend in their life. And I realized I could talk about epilepsy for whatever reason, and so I needed to talk about epilepsy. And the foundation valued what I had to say and really brought me in. As long as you'll have me, Carlos, until you tell me to shut up, I'm happy to speak.
Always have you, Miles.
You take good care of me, and you take excellent care of this community.
Thank you. We're very proud and honored to have you as a supporter of the foundation through the years, and I hope for many years to come.
Thank you, Carlos.
So Miles, what's next? What are we doing next?
So Carlos and I are excited to let you know that we're going to take this up a notch. The next thing we're going to do is make an Under the Lights feature-length film. We're going to bring in more stars and really reach for the moon. And we just can't wait to get started.
We're going to help you any way we can.
You can learn more about that project at underthelightsfilm.com. And if you have an idea of how our film can be useful to you and your community, please reach out to us because we want to make that happen.
Miles, thank you very much for being
friend.
here. We're about to show the movie. There's a message from Miles that is very important.
I'm asking you to help us keep this screening private. Our ability to be eligible for film festival opportunities and have epilepsy conversations with the general public is predicated on this film not being public. And so we really need this to be the only copy of the film that exists. So please respect that, and we just absolutely can't wait to share it with you.
Thanks, Miles.
Thanks, Carlos.
Enjoy the movie.
The Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California is leading the fight to overcome the challenges of living with epilepsy and to accelerate therapies to stop seizures, find cures, and save lives. We are dedicated to providing information, resources, and support to over 180,000 Northern Californians living with epilepsy. 1 in 26 of us will be diagnosed with epilepsy. 1 in 10 will experience a seizure in our lifetime. Our goal is to ensure that people with seizures are able to participate in all life experiences, to improve how the community views epilepsy, and to dispel myths about this condition by providing information through training, events, and programs. We are currently serving 44 counties from the Oregon border down to Fresno County. Our programs include support groups for parents, young adults, Spanish-speaking support groups, and adults, art therapy, adults and children, youth camps, family camps, peer-to-peer mentoring programs, education scholarships, seizure first aid training, and case management. Our events include runs, strolls, webinars, seminars, and of course, tonight's gala. Our team of 3 full-time employees in the Bay Area and 2 part-time in Redding need to expand in order to provide services in our territory. Being in the Bay Area, our approach is very similar to a startup. We need capital in order to be successful. Without the capital, we will go out of business. We are so proud to have a great leader like Carlos Casada. Carlos's business experience and savvy running a major company in Kansas City gives us advantage and assures success. I am confident that the return on your investment will be tremendous. This year, we closed our only Bay Area office in order to deal with COVID. We are conducting our programs remotely. Camp Coelho, our kids program, was held virtually through Zoom. It was a heartwarming experience to be involved and to see the joy of campers as they attended this unique experience. I really cannot express in words how these children live day to day with such a positive attitude.
But I have to say, the virtual camp was so much fun. It was so amazing to see those smiles and the joy of the kids with the activities. And it personally makes me very happy.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because friends to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go! Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go! Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel the roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on.
Why is this still on?
The pandemic is an obstacle that we plan to capitalize on. We are energized and excited about our prospects to grow the foundation and to serve our community of those affected by seizure disorders. Looking forward to 2021 and beyond, we have an aggressive business plan to increase our services and our staff, but we need your help. Through your generosity, we can assure you that we will be good stewards of any donations. We promise to be accountable to every dollar and assure you that it will go towards our mission of serving the epilepsy community. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our auctioneer, Keith McLean.
Tony, thank you so much. And wow, what an amazing program so far. And I'm so glad that all of you got to see that amazing short film and then all those images of our young folks at Camp Coelho. That was really powerful, and so glad you all got to see that. So my friends, this is why we're here tonight. You know, this is a really important time for this organization, for the Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California, and this is how you can help. So at this point, I would love it if everyone would please pull out their smartphone, as I asked you to do before. Now's the time when you really need to get it in your hand. If you haven't done so already, please open a new internet window and go to epnocal.ggo.bid, just as it's scrolling down below here, epnocal.ggo.bid, and just follow the directions to get yourself logged in and registered. Makes it really simple. Then once you're there, all you need to do is hit the menu button at top. It's the 3 horizontal lines in the top left corner. Just hit that the little hamburger there in the top left corner. And then you'll, as soon as you see that at the very top, you'll see the purple Donate Now button. Don't worry, you're not donating anything by hitting that button, but I need you to go there right now. So if you'll just go to the menu at the top, hit the Donate Now button, scroll down to hit the menu at the top, and then the first thing you'll see is the Donate Now button. If If you go right to that, my friends, then you're in the right place. So then you'll see a list of all the different denominations. We're going to start by asking in the amount of $10,000 down to $5,000, $2,500, $1,000, $500, $250, and all the way to $100 with the goal being that one of those amounts, one of those investments in the 1 in 26 folks who suffer from epilepsy that you're hearing about tonight is going to work for every person or every couple in this family. So on that note, let's give it all a little thought here. Think what amount works great for you. And fantastic. I see we've already got some bids coming in. Looks like that Franklin jumping in. Thomas right there. Stephen, thank you so much, folks. Bids are coming in here. Fabiola right there. Thank you so much. Folks, whatever amount works for you, this is why we're here, arguably the most important part of our evening here. Again, my friends, we've already got a number of bids here. I'm going to scroll down here, see who we've had bidding so far. Looks like all the bids. Look, Adrian's coming right there with the bid. Thank you so much. Charles with the bid. Liza right there. Fabiola, Stephen, Thomas, Franklin, all those folks coming in with bids. Folks, again, whatever amount works for you would just be fantastic. If $10,000 is the right amount, jump on in. Hanyi jumping in at $1,000. Thank you, Hanyi. Greatly appreciate that. Folks, if 10,000 is a great number, jump on in. Maybe 5,000 is a good number for you, my friends. And again, you can wait for me to get to the number. You can just jump on in with your donation. Whatever works for you, this is why we're here today, my friends. So again, if 5,000 is a good number for you, please feel free to jump on in. Again, my friends, there's so many things that Epilepsy Foundation is doing here. Seizure and first aid training, obviously the camps for children, which we saw the highlight. Beth right there, thank you so much with your generous donation at $1,000. Toby coming in at $7,500. Toby Brooks, thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciate that, folks. We are cooking here tonight. We're already at $12,000. We're just getting started. Again, Erica coming in at $500. Thank you. Again, whatever amount works for you, my friends, this is why we're here. Again, Dion coming in at $100. Thank you so much, Dion. Again, folks, if $5,000 is a good number for you, jump on in. Maybe $2,500 is a good level for you. Again, my friends, so many things that this works for. Again, if you want to jump in at the $2,500 level, that provides a scholarship for a kid. Again, $2,000 also provides summer music therapy programs. Again, $5,000 pays for a year of an art therapy program for children and adults. Again, my friends, $10,000 puts together a second children's camp. This is why we're here tonight. There's so many wonderful things that Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California is doing for folks who are, I love that the kid in the film, he's just trying to be normal. That's all he wants is to live a normal life. Doesn't want to be treated special. Doesn't want anything special there. I was glad to see he got the girl in the end. That was a great message. But he did. Again, this is why we're here, my friends. That was a fictional depiction, but I think a lot of folks who suffer from epilepsy would really identify with those feelings that the kid in the film was having. I really enjoyed that film. That was my first time seeing it, and I was really moved by that. Catherine jumping in at $150. Thank you so much. Rebecca jumping in $1,000. Nicely done, Rebecca. Thank you so much. My friends, this is why we're here. $1,000 funds a child to go to camp, speaking of camp, and it also pays for a whole family to attend our family camp. So again, if $1,000 is a good number for you, my friends, boy, it'd be great if you could jump in right now with your just click the $1,000 button. Again, once you've logged in, once you've gone to epnocal.ggo.bid, just follow the registration instructions. Then once you're in the system, you just hit the hamburger, in the upper left-hand corner, the 3 horizontal lines. Just hit the 3 horizontal lines right there. Scroll down. The first button will be the purple Donate Now button. Hit that purple Donate Now button, and you'll see all of the levels there. Again, if $1,000 is a level for you, looks like Rick Hayes came in at $10,000. Just caught that. Rick, thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. Tony Zucker coming in at $2,500. Thank you as well. Wow. Bids are pouring in, folks. We're already at $30,000. We are well on our way to our sub goal of $50,000. I know that we can get there. Dolores coming in at $150. Thank you so much. Franklin at $1,000. Thank you so much. Thomas Frank Jr. right there coming in with a generous donation. My friends, this is why we're here. Again, so much can happen tonight. There's only so much that each one of us can do as an individual. But boy, when we come together as a community, it is truly amazing what we can do here tonight. And I'm looking at this. I'm seeing, wow, look at the bids pouring in. We've had $1,500 from Dr. John Duncan. Thank you so much. $2,500 from Tony Zucker. Thank you so much. Joe Sullivan, always such a supporter here, coming in at $1,000. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. Dolores coming in with a donation. Megan coming in. Michael coming in. Some people hitting, obviously, the choose your own amount. Folks, there's no right amount or no wrong amount. It's all about participation here tonight. The goal tonight is for everyone to jump in, to really think about this, to think about that film you saw, think about what that boy was thinking, and think about the visions, the images of camp that you saw, and all the warm messages from Carlos and Tony we've heard tonight. Think about what amount is meaningful to you, because that's what's important, my friend. For some people, it's going to be $10,000. For some people, it's going to be $100. Whatever that amount is, boy, we can sure use it here tonight. And like I said, individually, we can only do so much, but when we come together as a community, like we can do in a room, and really like we can do here virtually, you'll see it makes a huge amount of difference right here. We're just going to give this a couple more minutes, folks. So get on in our system, jump in with your bid. Again, if $500 is a good level for you, boy, that'd sure be appreciated. $500 is one of my favorite levels because it's so accessible for so many folks, and yet it makes such a huge difference. Franklin Rice coming in with $1,500. Thanks, Franklin. Appreciate that. Amy Truesdale at $2,500. Folks, we're cooking here. We're at over $35,000 and keep pumping up here. Folks, this is why we're here. If $500 is a good level for you, again, so accessible for so many people, and those add up so quickly. $250 is accessible for a lot of folks, and if that's a great number, you can see how quickly those add up as well. Again, folks, Amy jumping in, Franklin, Trisha right there, Michael, Megan, Dolores, Joseph, Tony, all jumping in with generous donations. Eric jumping in at $500. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. Again, folks, no amount's too big, obviously. No amount's too small either. Whatever amount works for you. Daniel and Milo jumping in at $1,000. Thank you, guys. Folks, we're charging towards our next sub goal of $40,000. I know we can get there. We just had a few more bids at $500, a few more bids at $250. We're going to get there really quickly here. I'm just going to keep this going for about another minute or two. So let's get our bids in. Again, if you haven't done it, it's not too late. epnocal.ggo.bid. Just follow the directions. Get yourself registered. Hit the menu button, which is the 3 horizontal bars in the upper left-hand corner. Then the first on the drop down there, the first thing you'll see is the purple donate or donate now button. Just hit that button and that'll take you right there. Again, folks, we are almost at $37,000. Daniel and Milo jumped in there. Eric, Amy, Rick Hayes jumped in with another $5,000. Rick, you've been fantastic tonight. Thank you so much, my friend. Always such a great friend of Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California. Folks, we cleared our $40,000 goal. We're at almost $42,000. Folks, we are charging to our evening goal here of $50,000, and I know we can get there. Folks, the last denomination I'll ask for is $100. Like I said, this is all about participation. You're probably sitting there on your couch. You might have a $100 bill, a C-note, a Benjamin stuffed in your sofa there. Just you forgot about it. Pull it out, wave it in the air, and say, I'm going to commit this $100 Epilepsy Foundation right here, my friends. This is why we're here. Again, look at that. We just had Professor Kimford Meter jump in at $500. Wendy Levine jumping in at $100. Thank you so much, Wendy. Folks, we're almost there. We're getting up to our $45,000, the next sub goal. Mari jumping in at $250. I'm just going to keep this going for another minute. I'm getting the wrap it up sign here, folks. So we're just going to keep this going for just another minute. It is truly last call. We've had bids from Mari right there, Wendy, Kimford, Rick, of course, Dan and Milo, Eric, Amy, Franklin, Trisha. Thank you all for your generous donations, folks. And tell you what we're going to do. We are going to keep the bidding open here on both our Fund the Need, which is what we're doing now. Franklin jumping with another donation of $500. Thanks, Franklin. Greatly appreciate that. Linda with $1,000. Linda Benvenuti right there at $1,000. Thank you, Linda. Folks, we are closing in on our $50,000. I know by the end of the night we're going to get there. So keep bidding. We're going to keep the bidding software and all of our bidding open until 12 noon tomorrow. So actually have a little bit of time, but don't wait. Jump in, make that donation right now. That's how we do it here at Epilepsy Foundation of Northern California. So keep making those donations. Thank you all so much for your extreme generosity. I know by the end of the night, look at that, we're almost at 45,000. I know we're going to be there at 50,000 by the end of the night. At this point, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome our heroes of the evening, Tony and Carlos, back to the virtual stage here. We have a spectacular live auction with 8 live auction lots. Tony and Carlos are going to introduce them. I'm going to sell them. Hang with us. There they are, Tony and Carlos. Great to see you guys. How you doing, my friends?
We're doing really well. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Wait, Kika. Carlos. What? Is that a fly on your head? Yeah. Don't move. Don't move it. It got it.
There you go. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for the amazing support, the Fund the Need. We are ecstatic. This is amazing. Before we get going with the live auction, there's a few thank yous that I have to give to some very special people. first the Steve and Jamie Chen Foundation for being our platinum sponsors for many years in a row. We really appreciate your support. Our friends from ASI, Dion and Leslie, guys, you are the best. Thank you for being sponsors. Now, very, very special thank you to Rebecca Schneid for helping us putting together this our first virtual gala, which has been kind of a roller coaster. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for all your help. We really appreciate it.
Fantastic. All right, my friends. So here's what I need everybody to do. Once again, you've probably already done it, but if you haven't, this is the last time I remind you, you need to open a new window, either on your computer, your tablet. Easiest way is probably on your phone. Go to epnocal.ggo.bid. That's epnocal.ggo.bid, scrolling across the bottom of our screen there. And then once you've followed the registration instructions, you're all registered, you'll see the 3 parallel bars in the upper left-hand corner, the little hamburger there. Just click on that. And at this point, you want to scroll down, and under categories, you'll see all. So just click the word all right there. Once you click all, that will take you to all of our live auction lots. It's really important that you get there. So again, if you're logged into our system, hit the 3 parallel lines up at the top. That's the menu. Hit the all button. You'll see a sub-menu pop up. Just hit the all button, and then you can see our 8 live auction lots. So with that, let's see, Carlos and Tony, what do you guys want to sell first?
What about some amazing homemade bread? We have a little message to show you guys from our friends, the Sucio family.
Hi, my name is Gianna. I'm 13 years old and I'm in 8th grade. For all of my life, I've loved baking, and I recently got into bread baking. And I decided to start a bread baking business. Part of the proceeds that I make from the bread baking business go to the Epilepsy Foundation because I have a sister that has epilepsy. This year for the gala, I'm donating 3 loaves of bread. If you are the winner, I will bake your bread to order. The different types of bread are regular, sourdough, rosemary, cheddar jalapeno, everything bagel, and cheddar. Thank you for supporting the Epilepsy Foundation.
So you're going to do
Gianna, thank you so much for doing this for us, for your sister, for the foundation. It's really, really amazing. And I hope you guys try to get that bread because it looks fantastic. So go for it.
That's absolutely right, my friends. It is incredible. And I can't believe Gianna, she's in 8th grade. I don't know what you guys were doing in 8th grade. I was screwing around doing nothing, but here she is making, making bread for her favorite nonprofit. I mean, that's just fantastic. So good. I'm just going to get into my system right here. Fantastic. So I can see the bids, and just going to get in right there. Currently open. Fantastic. There we go. Fantastic. Folks, we are starting this at $400. And looks like Rebecca's jumped in at $400 right there. Looks like we actually started it at $250. Carlos is in at $250. Rebecca at $300. Carlos at $350. Rebecca back at $400. Rebecca's in at just $400, my friends. If you want back in, it's $450 again. What an amazing little girl there. I mean, she's becoming a young adult, but 8th grade, she could be out screwing around, but no, she's making bread to raise money for Epilepsy Foundation in Northern California. That's fantastic. I love kids like that. That's going to be great. So anyway, we're at $400. If you want back in, it's got to be $450. $450 puts you back on top. Again, we're at $450. And by the way, just so you know, there might be just a little delay in the video here in what I'm saying. So the best way to figure out exactly where we're at is by, again, you go and you click the hamburger, you click the 3 parallel lines at the top on your screen there of your phone. Once you've logged into our bidding software, click all right there, and then go ahead and click Gianna's Do Re Mi Bake. It's number 1 right there. You'll see, scroll down a little bit, you can see we're at $400. If you want to bid, you can either hit the bid $450 button or you can hit the blue bid more button. It's that simple. We're at $400. Going to be wrapping this up shortly. In fact, I'm going to say going one time at $400. It's got to be $450 if you want back in. Again, my friends, don't wait till the last minute. There's just a little bit of a delay here. Going twice at $400. It's got to be $450. Anybody else? Last call. I'm going to say sold it right there. We have a winner. I'll see who the winner is in just a little bit. But again, how awesome that our young people are chipping in like this. And by the way, $400 or something like that. So it looks like, yeah, Rebecca's the winner, $400. for a loaf of bread or for 3 loaves of bread. That's a great start to our event tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rebecca. We knew you'd always come through. Enjoy the bread.
Fantastic. All right, guys, what do you want to sell next?
Well, what about an amazing oceanfront condo in Maui? I used to live in Maui. I know exactly where that is. You can see turtles right from the balcony. It's amazing. What are you doing, Tony? Take advantage of it. This condo is really amazing. It's beautiful Maui, and I couldn't recommend it more. It's a great location, amazing beaches, all kind of activities in that area, and it's oceanfront. So please take advantage of it. It's an amazing. Thank you so much for the donors for making this amazing opportunity.
And it has really good snorkeling. Really
Yes.
good snorkeling.
That it does indeed, my friends. It's going to be a great trip. You're going to have a great time. Again, all you want to do is click the hamburger up top. Then you see in the menu, go down and click all. You'll see all of our live auction lots there. This is number 2, oceanfront condo in Maui for a week. Again, folks, I like starting low, seeing where we go. Let's kick it off at $1,000. We've got a $1,000 bidder right there. Looks like our $1,000 bidder is, I'll see that right in a second there. Toby's jumped in at $1,000. Congratulations. Friends, if you want back in, it's got to be $1,250. By the way, I've spent a lot of time in Maui as well. This is in Kihei, my friends, South Maui, just north of Wailea there. This is exactly where you want to be. It's as central as you can get on Maui. So many fun things to do there. Oceanfront, the beaches are spectacular. In fact, that looks like the actual beach that's out in front. I mean, it is, you're going to have such a good time. And by the way, how fun does leaving your house right now and going to Maui sound? Sounds pretty good, I'm sure. So again, folks, we're jumping the bidding here. I'm going to scroll down right there. And it looks like we are at currently open right there. Perfect. Looks like we're at on Maui. We're still at $1,000. If you want back in, it is $1,250, my friends. Again, folks, this is one glorious week. It sleeps 4 to 6. It's a 2-bedroom place. And if you haven't been to Kihei, you're going to have the time of your life. Folks, this place is spectacular. I don't know if you've priced Maui lately, but a condo like this is going to be at least, the value of this, they say, is over $2,000. The pricing on something like this, again, it's going to be at least $400 or $500 a night for sure, and probably more. And again, it's a great summer week. It's summer anytime between July 12 and August 25. Again, so it's a great summertime selection of weeks you have there. It's going to be the time of your life, my friends. We're going to be wrapping this up in just a second, so get your final bids in. Again, looks like our top bidder here is still, looks like, scrolling to the list there, looks like it is still, looks like it's still Tony. Tony's got a huge smile on his face. He's going to steal Maui for $1,000. Anybody else going one time for $1,000? Got to be $1,250 if you're back in. Twice at $1,000. Got to be $1,250 if you're back in. I'm going to say last call and sold it to you right there. Congratulations. We have a winner. I'll see who that winner is in just a second there. But congratulations. Carlos, I didn't know you lived on Maui. That's fantastic. You must have had a great time out there.
I did. I lived there for over 4 years. That's where I met my wife, which I want to give her a big kiss from here. She's at the hospital today. And a big thank you to all the doctors and nurses taking care of ourselves in these difficult times. So.
Fantastic, Carlos. Well, great. Best wishes to your wife. But hey, congratulations to Tony. Tony went for $1,000. Tony, you're going to have a great time on Maui. Fantastic, guys. What do you want to sell next?
The next thing is a North Lake Tahoe getaway, and this was donated by a board member, and this is a private home. This isn't available on Airbnb. This is not available on any other way to get there unless you were invited by this person. So in other words, they are donating their private home for you to enjoy. It's 6 bedrooms. I think it's for 10 people. And if you're, in the Bay Area right now, everybody's trying to get away. So this is a great opportunity to get away, and it's only a 3-hour drive. Back to you, Keith.
That's absolutely right, guys. This isn't a house. It's a mansion. 4 days, 3 nights, 6 bedrooms. This place is enormous. 10 people. And like they said, this is not an Airbnb. You get there and it's dodgy and stuff. This is a private residence. It does not get rented out. It's just the generous donors are being so to this event because they're so supportive of Epilepsy Foundation here. So again, my friends, wow, look, we've already had a lot of bidding. Carlos started us off at $1,000, but then we had Toby come back in at $1,500. Toby back in at $1,750. Trisha back in at $2,000. Toby in at $2,250. Thomas, back to you at 2,500. Toby's back in. He says, he's in at 2,750. Folks, we're in at 2,750 right now. If you want back in, it's got to be $3,000. We're at 2,750, looking for just 3,000. Again, my friends, if you've Trevor priced anything in Lake Tahoe, you know it's like at least $1,000 a night. I mean, that's what houses there run for. Again, hot tub and fire pit, 6 bedrooms, 3 fireplaces, full kitchen, of course, big dining table for 8 or 10. This place is spectacular, my friends. Beautiful Lake Tahoe. You guys, Tony, Carlos, you guys know that you're getting sick of your houses right now. I'm getting sick of my house. I want to get the heck out of here. I want to go on a vacation, somewhere I can drive to. Oh, how fun does this sound? Hey, 3,000. Trisha came back in. New fire there. 3,000. Toby and Carlos and anybody else, you're out. If you want back in, it's got to be 3,250. I'm at 3,000 right there. It's got to be 3,250. And again, my friends, don't wait till the last minute. Once again, if you wait, you have a chance of missing out because there's a little delay here between the video and the software. So feel free to bid right away. And also, really importantly, we have this great feature. Once you hit the bid button right there, which is really simple. All you got to do is hit the hit the bid now. It's the orange button right there. Yep, which is called bid now. Once you hit that button, it'll say, do you want a max bid? Let me explain that really quickly. So max bid means you can set your maximum bid that you're willing to bid, but the software will automatically advance you if someone bids against you up to the max bid, but not right away. It only advances you. So, for example, by the way, Toby came back in 3,250. So this is a great example. So Toby's at 3,250. Trisha, say your max is 4,500 or something. You could enter a max bid of 4,500. The software would just put you up to 3,500 right now. But then if Toby bids again at 3,750, then it'll automatically, which he just did, by the way, Trisha's in at 3,500. If you want back in at 3,750, again, Trisha, Toby, and are all going at it here. Trisha's currently the high bidder at 3,500. So Toby, if you want to come back in at 3,750, you can enter. You can click the 3,750 button, or you could max bid it. That way, if somebody else bids, it'll automatically just advance you one spot up to your maximum amount there. So I'm going to be wrapping this up. So Trisha right now is the high bidder at 3,500. I'm going to say going one time. Toby, jump back in if you want, 3,750. I got Trisha at 3,500, going twice at 3,500. It's got to be 3,750, selling in 5. Let's do this. This is an exciting one. I'm going to get the countdown going. Let's click the countdown here. Let's give this one a 20-second countdown. When we have a hot bidding, I like to do that. You can see the countdown button right there. It is winding down, my friends. The countdown button is winding down. You can see it right there. Don't miss out. Again, what I'm seeing is probably a little different from what you're seeing, so I'm not going to say the numbers, but we're counting down. Looks like in just a few more seconds. Last call. Trisha's the high bidder right now. I'm going to say sold it right there. Congratulations. We have a winner. We'll see who the winner is in just a second here. Someone's going to have a great time in Lake Tahoe. No doubt about it. All right. Fantastic. And we see the high bidder with Trisha. Let's see. I'll see in just a second. Sold. Fantastic. Trisha was our winning bidder right there. 3,500. Congratulations, Trisha. You're going to have a great time in Lake Tahoe. Let's move on to the next lot. Oh, there's one of the favorite ones. Look at that. They got the aprons on. Could only
We have a
one
little
thing.
message. We have a little message for you first.
We'll go to your place of wherever you want us to go. We'll cook a paella for 20, following my personal recipe, which is better than my dad's recipe.
Carlos, how do you know?
Tony, I know. Just don't tell my dad, okay?
All right.
20 people, paella, special recipe. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is amazing. He's from Spain.
I'm from Spain, and I was taught how to make paella by my mother, by my father, and I created my own personal recipe, which, like I said on the video, is actually better than my dad's. But please, I hope this is not public, because I hope my dad never finds out that I say something like that.
I think it's a little late. But I gotta tell you, I've been taught how to eat it from my dad, eat it from my mom, eat it from my brother and my sister. This is the best paella. It's amazing.
We'll go to your place, whatever you decide, and we'll cook paella for 20. Tony's gonna make a Caesar salad.
Yep, family Caesar salad will be included. We're throwing that in.
Happy meeting.
It's going to be fantastic, my friends. Now, I thought I was hungry with the bread. Now I'm really hungry, you guys. Thanks a lot. But folks, look, the bidding's already taken off. We're at 500 with Roxanne, 600 with Dennis, 700 back to Roxanne, 800 to Dennis, 900. New fire, Suzanne's at the top at $900, folks. $1,000 you want back in, it's $1,000. Again, I got 900 with Suzanne there. Don't wait, don't miss out. Hit the max button. You can set your maximum. The software is only going to advance you $100 at a time if necessary, if somebody bids against you, but that'll assure that you don't get missed out. Just like Dennis right there. Dennis just jumped in at $1,000. Thanks so much, Dennis, folks. It's back in. Suzanne, Roxanne, anybody else back in at 1,100. I'm at $1,000 right there. It's got to be 1,100, folks. This paella is so good. And by the way, Carlos, I have bad news. I think your dad is watching this. You know, he supports the Epilepsy Foundation, as everyone here does. So I think he is watching. So you might have a little something to negotiate there or navigate afterwards. But anyway, I'm sure you both make spectacular paella, and I know yours is good. Suzanne's currently a higher bidder at 1,100. She came right back in. Dennis, you're out if you want back in. Roxanne, you're out if you want back in. It is $1,200. I'm at 1,100 right there. It's got to be 12 back in. $1,200 puts you back on top. I'm 1,100, puts you back in at 1,200. We're going to say going one time at 1,100. It's got to be $1,200 if you want back in, folks. You're going to be sitting home alone on your sofa watching reruns of Magnum PI, eating your Hungry Man lasagna and drinking that pink stuff out of the box that you know you have in your fridge. And you're going to say, I could have been with 20 of my closest friends having paella dinner with Carlos and Tony, having the time of my life. Don't be that guy or that gal. Jump on in, make your final bid here. Oh, there you go. That must have worked. Suzanne's back in at 1,200. It's got to be 13 if you want back in. Excuse me. Roxanne is back in at 1,200. Suzanne, you're out. Dennis, you're out. If you want back in, $1,300. Or you can always hit the donate more button if you want. There's a separate button right in your software here. It says bid more. It's called bid more. The blue button, you can hit that if you want to just jump the bidding right there. Otherwise, it's $1,300, puts you back on top again. Oh, Suzanne says, I'm taking it. Suzanne's back in. $1,400 if you want back in. It is $1,500, puts you back on top. Suzanne's in. Roxanne, you're out. Dennis, you're out. Anybody else wants back in? It is $1,400. I'm going to say going one time at $1,300. It's got to be $1,400 if you want back in. Going twice at $1,300. By the way, Tony, your salad I hear is pretty good too. That's no chopped liver there. That's good too. It's going to be a full dinner. It's going to be great, and we'll get it cleaned up for you. Your house is going to be fantastic. Going once at $1,300 with Suzanne. Again, Roxanne and Dennis, you want back in? You got to bid now. Going twice right back in at $1,300. If you want to bid $1,400, it's $1,400. I'm going to say last call and sold it right there. Congratulations. We'll see in about 10 seconds who the winner is. Guys, they're going to have a great time. Thank you guys for doing this. And by the way, actually, here's what I want to do while we're waiting to see who the winner is, guys. You know, I might not have, I might be overstepping my bounds here to do this, but we got a really good price for this. By the way, Suzanne is our winner, but Roxanne was our second place. Suzanne's our winner at $1,300. Roxanne is our second place at $1,200. Will you guys be so kind as to give two of these? Will you do a second bidder? If Roxanne can jump up to and match the $1,300 bid, can you give her one of these dinners too? I think Roxanne's sitting there going, I almost got it. Will you be so kind as to do that?
If Roxanne wants it,
We'll do it.
Hey, thanks, guys. Congratulations. So there's two parties, $1,300 each. Suzanne, you're the winner here. Roxanne, we'll reach out to you afterwards and stuff, but so hopefully you'll be able to jump up just another $100 and join us here at for $1,200. Again, we'll reach out to you after the show to line that up. But thank you so much, everybody there, for your generous donating. And we're about halfway there. Let's move on to our next live auction lot. Oh, we got a really special one here.
Yeah, so we just got you a paella. What if, think about this, instead of the paella going to you, you go to the paella. What you say, you come with me to Spain for 6 days in a totally customized, off the beaten path to the area where I'm from. I'm a pretty good guy, and I've put some of these trips together, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You're going to be having my dad's paella. We're going to explore different wineries in a very remote area of Spain. We're going to be completely off the beaten path. It is off the beaten path for the Spaniards. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I hope you guys can really appreciate the opportunity of exploring a country as beautiful as Spain with somebody who was born and raised there and comes back every year to enjoy this magical place.
so just so everybody's clear, so like I've gotten to know Carlos, and a lot of you know Carlos, but you don't know him like I do. But basically, he's going to be your tour guide.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he grew up. This is where his family is. He's going to basically take you there. You're going to fly into Madrid or Barcelona. He's going to pick you up, drive you to his home. And then from that point forward, He'll do whatever you want to do. If you want to make it an adventure, fine. If you want to go to wineries, fine. I'm just so you know, I'm going in on this. So let's bring it on, Keith. You're up.
You got it, guys. So let me understand this. So it's 7 days, 6 nights, up to 6 people, all accommodations, meals, drinks, all that's included. And by the way, folks, if you've ever been to a new place or a foreign country you haven't been to, the absolute best way to experience it by 100 miles is with locals. That's how you want to see it, because then you see they know what's cool. They know the real good stuff. Forget the internet. Forget guidebooks. You don't want any of that nonsense. You want to experience it with a local here. That's what this is. So this is truly special, like Carlos said, once in a lifetime. Look at that. We've got Deborah at 1,000, then Tony jumping in at 1,250. Who wants back in at 1,500? Again, if you want back in, my friends, the easiest way to see this, look at that. Tony's back in at 1,500. If you want back in at 1,750, again, my friends, this is how you do it. Again, you want to be sure you're in the software. We're bidding in our program here. Again, just once you're registered and all signed in, which you can do by going to epnocal.ggo.bid if you haven't done that already. Once you're registered, hit the 3 parallel lines in the upper left-hand corner. Just click that, scroll down to all, click on that, and you'll see all of our live auction lots there. And then you just want to click on, whoops, I'm on number 4 there. I want to click on number 5, which is right here, which is just, and you'll see all the other ones say sold. That's Spain off the beaten path. So click on, that's exactly what it's called. Click on that. Looks like Tony's our high bidder still now. Oh, but James just came back in at 1,750. Tony, you want back in, man? It's got to be 15. It's got to be $2,000. 2,000 back to Tony. Tony says, I'm going to take it at 2,000. Again, James is in at 1,750. Tony's back in at 2,000. James, you want back in? It's got to be 2,250. Again, my friends, such a special time. All accommodations, all food included. Look at. I wish we could scroll back to that picture of that paella there. I want to see that again. That just looks spectacular. It is going to be such a neat experience, my friends. You're not going to be able to wait. It's going to be so great. Again, lots of flexibility in scheduling times. We'll make sure it works for you. And if we need to push out, hopefully we're done with this pandemic pretty soon. But if we're not, we'll push it out and make sure, you're not going to run out of time here. We'll get this done for you. So again, my friends, James is back in at 2,250. Tony, you want back in, my friend? It's got to be 2,500. I'm at 2,250. It's got to be 2,500 if you want back in. Again, my friends, the easiest thing you can do here when you hit the donate, Tony looks like he's trying to bid there. The easiest thing you can do is hit the max. Oh, Tony's back in at 2,500. So James, what I would do is go and hit the max bid button. So basically you hit the bid now, hit that orange button right there that says bid. Oh, there you go. Charles, new fire is back in at 2,750. Anybody else? Tony or anybody else, if you want back in at 3,000.
Keith, I have to say something. I'm getting texts from my niece telling me she hasn't been on a honeymoon yet. Can she go? My sister saying, can she go? I mean, really, what's going on here?
They got to be in your top 6 people.
Yeah. And go ahead, Keith. Back to you, bud.
They got to be in your top 6. James says, I'm taking it back for $3,000. You want back in it is $3,250. Again, my friends, I don't know how you'd put a value on this, but just the hotel and the food, not the hotel, the accommodations and the food alone would be, we estimated probably about a $6,000 value here. We're at James with $3,000. Tony, you want back in? It's got to be $3,250. Again, my friends, hitting the max button is a great thing to do. Once you hit the bid, $3,500. Oh, there you go. Charles is back in at $3,250. So if anybody else wants to hit the bid, $3,500. What that does for you is once you hit that, you can hit the max bid, enter your maximum bid, but it'll only advance you by 250s as needed, as if somebody else bids against you. So don't be shy about hitting that. We're $3,250. If you want back in, it is $3,500. I'm getting the signal. We got to be wrapping this up, my friends. So don't wait. Bid now. I'm at $3,250. It's got to be $3,500 going one time at $3,250. It's got to be $3,500. James is back. Nicely done, James. Charles, you're out. And Tony, you're out, man. You got to jump back in if you want it. James is the high bidder right here at $3,500. If you want back in, $3,250. $3,750. If you want back in, we're at $3,500. It's got to be $3,750. We got ourselves a bidding battle here, my friends. I've got $3,500. I got to be closing this out. Going one time at $3,500. It's got to be $3,750 if you want back in. Twice at $3,500. It's got to be $3,750 if you want back in, my friends. This is why we're here for $3,500. Charles, if you want back in, now's the time. Tony, if you want back in, now's the time. Again, we're at $3,500. It's got to be $3,750 going once, twice. Don't wait. There's a little delay here. $3,750. Charles came back in under the wire at $3,750. All right, James, if you want it. Tony, if you want it back in. 4 large. That's the price. We're at $3,750 again. Once in a lifetime experience. Get to see something you'll never see in a way that you'll never see it otherwise. Look at the architecture, the food, the people. I've only been to Spain once. The nicest people you will ever meet. We're kind of in the northern part there, but it's just the nicest people. And I know, not to don't take looking at Carlos as your example, but really good looking people there in Spain too. Just spectacular looking. The men, the women, spectacular looking. You're going to see that there. So don't look at Carlos and think otherwise there. But I'm just busting your chops. 37.50. Charles is in. Oh, Toby came back in. Toby snuck in here. $4,000. Anybody else wants back in? It's $42.50. Charles is there. Charles, you're out. James, you're out. Tony, you're out. Anybody else wants back in? Toby is our high bidder right now at $4,000. Anyone's back in? It's got to be $42.50. All right, we're going to be here till midnight if I don't wrap this up. I'm going to say going one time at $4,000. Anybody else wants back in at $42.50? 4,000. Anybody else wants back in? It's got to be $42.50. Let's do the clock. I like the countdown here because that's really final and makes it really exact here. So let's do the clock. Folks, we're wrapping it up in 20 seconds. Don't miss out. Again, folks, you can see the clock right there. 14 seconds left. Don't miss out. You got to be the last bidder. Again, if you have a high amount, hit that max bid. Once you hit the bid number, and you want to hit a max bid number if you want to be sure you don't lose out. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last call. I'm going to say sold it right there. I'm going to see in just a sec who our winner is. Looks like it might be Toby at $4,000. Let's see. I'll see in just a second. Carlos, thank you so much for a generous donation. Somebody's going to have a great time right there. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. I'm so looking forward to it.
And Toby it is, by the way, $4,000. Toby, you're going to have a great time. Thank you so much for bidding, and thanks for supporting Epilepsy Foundation. All right, my friends, we took a little while on that. Just 3 lots left. Hang with us.
You want to do the wine?
Oh.
Yeah, we have a very special item. We have a very special person, one of our board members, to give us a message about this special bottle of wine.
Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Sullivan and I'm super excited to give a brief description of this next live auction item. I'm an avid wine collector. As you can see, I'm sitting here in a cellar and I've been collecting a highly allocated wine from Napa Valley called Abreu Vineyards. This is a mailing list only winery owned by a superstar vineyard manager, David Abreu, who manages some of the vineyards of some of the most highly allocated wines. And his own wines are very limited production, only about 250 to 300 cases of each of the 4 vineyards that he offers. And there's a waiting list many years long to get onto his mailing list. I've been fortunate to be on the mailing list for a very long time and reached out to Abreu this year to see if they'd be willing to donate a Magnum, which are even more rare than the regular bottlings. And they were so gracious to donate a Magnum that will be released to the mailing list in the fall of next year. So this gives you the opportunity to get this before even longtime mailing list customers like myself are able to have access. And this is a Magnum that I have that is of the 2004 vintage of Abreu Madrona Ranch. The vintage we'll be auctioning off tonight is for the 2009 vintage. Received 99 points from Antonio Galoni of Venice, and is really a very highly collectible item that anyone who is into wine would really love to have in their cellars. Because this is so highly allocated, there will be a reserve price on this of $1,500, and that is the mailing list price. But again, this will not even be offered to mailing list members like myself until the fall of next year. And this is your opportunity to get one of these beautiful Magnums of Abreu Vineyards Madrona Ranch 2009. Happy bidding.
Happy
Thank
bidding
you,
indeed,
Joe.
guys. Boy, that looks like a great bottle.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
That's a very, very special item. It's one of those things that is so hard to get. So it's an amazing opportunity to get a very special bottle of wine, as Joe says, a great collectible, great bottle of wine to start your collection. So go for it.
That's absolutely right. It's not just a bottle; it's a big bottle. So my favorite wines. I'm not sure what your guys' favorite wines are. Mine are the ones that come in big bottles like that. That's my favorite. So, folks, this again, if you know about wine, you know what this is. Like this is, like you could not get this bottle of wine if you have a really special occasion coming, or frankly, I think most people are going to wait a while before drinking this. They'd put it in their collection, and this is like a marquee for your collection bottle of wine. It's really, really special, highly collectible, highly allocated. Didn't he say 99 points? I mean, that's the top very, very tiny percent there. So folks, let's get the bidding started. I've got $1,500 right there. Who wants back in at $1,600? We're at $1,500 to kick us off. You want back in? It is $1,600. Again, we're at $1,500. It's got to be $1,600, folks. This is a delicious wine. It's got the flavors of blueberries, melon, and ding dongs. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't have any of those flavors. I'm joking. This is a really, really nice wine here. Carlos shaking his head. I mean, like, again, if you know about wine, this is spectacular. It's going to be so a marquee piece, a marquee bottle in your collection, and you're going to have a great time with it. We're at $1,500. If you want back in, it's got to be $1,600. $1,600, it could be yours again. $1,500 is the bid. It's got to be $1,600. If you want back in, if you know about this bottle, again, the 2009 Brew Madonna Ranch Magnum, couldn't get it. Again, as a member of the wine club, you can't even get it for another year, and it's going to be at least as expensive when you do at that time. So we got $1,500 right there. I'm going to say going one time at $1,500. If you want $1,600, you got to get back in right now. Going twice at $1,500 could be yours. $1,600, don't miss out. Let's get the stopwatch going. Let's get that countdown going here on this one again. I like that. I think, folks, you want to make sure you don't wait here. You got the countdown. See exactly when it's closing. That's coming up. Make sure you get your last bid in right there. Again, folks, a spectacular bottle of Napa Cab. I'm getting thirsty just thinking about it. I think you could open it. Oh, there we go. Joseph, someone came back in at $1,700 right there. Fantastic. And I'm going to say sold it right there. $1,700. Huge congratulations. Thank you so much to our generous bidder. Let's move on to the next live auction lot. What do you guys want to sell next?
Next, we have an amazing flat in San Francisco. We were able to, through a friend of the foundation, donated this amazing flat with amazing views of the city, which is almost like impossible to get. And what are you doing?
Well, if you go to San Francisco, you got to let it all hang out. And this is kind of like, you got to stay warm. You got to have the sunglasses on. You got to grow the hair. And you got to be super cool. This is the place. This has a view of the Golden Gate Bridge. A really good friend donated this. Corporations sometimes rent this place out on Airbnb for months at a time. And this is a very amazing opportunity for a family to come in from out of town, or even a local person to kind of get into the city with their family.
That's absolutely right, guys. It's going to be just a great time. Obviously you want to get into San Francisco. You can put family there, put friends up there. I'd take the staycation, frankly. I mean, it's just who doesn't want to go to the city for a little bit of time? Again, my friends, this is a spectacular trip. 2 bedrooms, 4 nights, 5 days, up to 6 people. Perfect location right there in the city. Again, I like starting low and seeing where we go. Somebody kick us off. Looks like Lori's kicked us off at $1,000. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. Next bid is $1,250. If you want back in, my friends, $1,250 puts you back in on top. I'm at $1,000. It's got to be $1,250 again. 6 guests, 2 bedrooms, 3 beds, 2 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. 4. I get it. 2 bedrooms, 3 beds in those 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 4 nights, folks. $1,000 is the bid. If you want back in, it's $1,250 again. $1,250 puts you back on top. Fantastic staycation, San Francisco, or frankly, you could have it be there. Put your friends up there. Why not? It's a great time. Again, folks, to find this on our software, you want to be sure you go to a new internet window. If you haven't done it already, it's a little late, but you can still probably go to epnocal.ggo.bid, epnocal.ggo.bid. Register yourself up. Once again, click on the hamburger, the 3 parallel lines up at the upper left-hand corner. Scroll down to the All Categories button right there, and you'll see right there that we can get your bids in right there. Then click on number 7. We're going to wrap this up. Let's get the 20-second clock going here, my friends. We've got $1,250 with Carrie Marie Gann. If anybody else wants back in, Lori, you want back in, it's got to be $1,500. We're at $1,250. You've got about 10 seconds left to come back in at $1,500. Folks, last call, last bid. It's our second to last lot, my friend. This is how we do it tonight. 5 seconds left. Get your last bids in if you want it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold it right there. Congratulations. We'll see who the winner is in just a second. Fantastic. Nicely done. We have one live auction lot, but before we get there, let's just see who the winner was right here. I'll see that in just a second. Again, I think it might be, yep, it was Carrie. Fantastic, Carrie. Congratulations. You're a winner on that one. Let's tell our last live auction lot, my friends.
The last item is we're going back to Tahoe.
We're skiing.
We're skiing. You know,
These are my ski goggles, Carlos. So basically, this is a place at Squaw Creek. So those who have skied Squaw Valley, Olympic Village, know this one long run, and it ends at this condominium complex. It's got a hot tub. It's got a restaurant at the bottom. My three sons and I, when they used to ski with me, before they got really big and left me out. But basically, we would go down this run at the end of the day and back up and back down and back up. And my youngest son and I would be in one lift chair, and the two oldest would be in the other. We'd be throwing snowballs at each other. So this is just, I mean, it's really an amazing place to be if you're skiing in Squaw Valley. You ski in and ski out.
Can't beat it.
Go ahead, Keith.
Fantastic time, my friends. Again, 4 days, 3 nights, 6 to 9 people, world famous Squaw Creek, ski in, ski out. A lot of activity here. Jeffrey kicked us off at 500. Then Wendy said, at 600. Jeffrey came back in at 7. Ashley jumped in at $900, $800. Eric came in at 900. Melissa's now our leading bidder at $1,000. Folks, you want back in, it's 1,100. I'm at 1,000 right there with Melissa. It's got to be 1,100, folks. Don't wait. Again, it's going to be a great ski season up there. I can just tell you're going to have a spectacular time. Again, 3-night stay, Squaw Creek condo, right where you want to be. Beautiful. If you haven't been to Squaw Creek, it's just spectacular. Again, it's one of the best places up there in Tahoe. But again, you already know that. I'm at $1,000. It's got to be to 1,100. Again, if I'm at 1,000. If you want back in, it's 1,100. Folks, again, beautiful Squaw Creek. Again, if you need to find this, once you're logged into our software, just hit the menu button at top, which is the 3 parallel lines up in the upper left-hand corner. Click that, hit all, under categories, hit all, and you'll see our last live auction lot right there. Scroll down, number 8, Squaw Creek. Let's get the countdown started here, my friends. Again, we're at 1,100 with Melissa right there. Melissa's jumped back in 1,100. If you want back in, it is $1,200. You've got 15 seconds left. Again, I'm at 1,100. It's got to be 1,200. If you want back in, don't wait.
Keith, hold on one second. I mean, people don't understand, I think, how amazing this thing is. I mean, it's 3 bedrooms. I mean, I really hope that someone will take advantage of this opportunity. But anyway, it seems like Melissa's on it. But if somebody else is, go for it.
That's absolutely right. We'll give it another minute or so. Fantastic. Melissa's in at $1,100. It's got to be $1,200, folks. That's only $400 a night. Screaming deal. It's a big place. Again, sleep 6 to 9 people, my friends. Don't miss out. Jump on in. Beautiful Squaw Creek. A lot of flexibility on the timing here. And again, how fun does it sound to get out of your house, to move on, to get a little getaway? Now's the time, my friends. Again, we're at 1,100. If you want back in, it's $1,200. All right, I'm going to say going one time at 1,100. If you want back in, it's just 1,200. Going twice at 1,100. You want back in, it's 1,200. I'm going to say last call and sold it right there. We're going to see who the winner is in just a second there. Tony and Carlos, great job, guys.
Come over here.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun. This was a blast. I wish
fantastic. And so it looks like Melissa was our winner there at $1,100. And here's one more thing I want to do. I want to just go back to the fund and need for a second. I don't know if you want to go back here in the system, but I want to let everybody see how close we are to raising our $50,000 goal for tonight, my friends. We're at $49,000 and change. And by the way, I didn't mention earlier, we've just found out we have a generous donor who want to remain anonymous who's willing to match. If we get 5 donations at $1,000, he's willing to match that. So again, if we can get 5 more donations at the $1,000 level, he will match those 5. And actually, I think he'd probably even match it if we get 10 more at the $500 level. So if you can donate again at the $500 or the $1,000 level, right now, your donation will be matched by a generous donor up to $5,000. So, my friends, that's how it's rolling tonight. Again, if you want to click back there, again, once you're in our system, just go to the menu right there, click which is the 3 parallel lines up in the upper left-hand corner. Click on the Donate Now button. It's that simple. Takes you right there. Look at that, my friends. We have surpassed, with Rebecca at $500, we have surpassed our $50,000 goal here tonight, my friends. You folks did spectacularly well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At this point, I believe that concludes our live auction. Again, very, very importantly, we have this spectacular match, which is up to another $5,000 right there. So if you can donate 500, 1,000, whatever you can do, and you have until tomorrow at noon. We're keeping our silent auction open till noon tomorrow, and we're keeping our Fund and Eat open till noon tomorrow. So share this with your friends. Share the link with your friends, your parents, anybody you can think of. Again, we're keeping the silent auction, the Fund and Eat open to noon tomorrow, and we've got this neat match here. So guys, fantastic. Remember, the donation button's still open. It's been my pleasure being your auctioneer, Keith McLean, Kellum Auctions. Thank you, guys. I'm going to turn it back over to Carlos and Tony to close us out here. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Keith.
Thank you very much. And we want to thank Beth also for helping being a planner, and Rebecca again, but also just everybody for attending. I mean, we don't even know how many people are actually watching this right now, except I do know a lot of relatives are, because they keep texting me, which is very sweet of them, and I appreciate that. But we also know that, like, usually next, we're looking out in the audience, and there's just such a good feeling. And I'm feeling it right now. I'm actually getting some goosebumps. I can't tell you, to get over 50 grand, and then with the sponsorships and everything, thank you so much. Really good.
We'll get all this money into our programs. We'll develop new ideas. We keep supporting our community, and you guys are making this possible. So thank you so much.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for being here tonight. I hope you enjoy our production.
We can't thank you enough for your time, your consideration, and your generosity. And we really, really hope that next year we'll be able to do that in person. But until then,
Back to Zoom.
Carlos?
You there, Tony?
I'm still trying to figure this out, Carlos. I'm sorry.